Welcome to another episode, everyone. Some Crips are warning Wack100 to stop with his antics. They are fed up. They say that Wack100 is destroying black people, constantly has something negative to say about black people, but refuses to attack other people, other groups of people, and he could. They're telling him to stop with this snitch paperwork that he's putting out on OG Crip members. They say that some of this paperwork is fake and that he's influencing people with his rhetoric on the internet. And essentially, again, they're fed up with it. I'll let them talk and then we'll get into it. They're saying this.
To that one time. Let me tell you, man, chess, right? King, queen, rook, pawn, horse, castle, whatever. At the end of the game, all the pieces go in the same box. So what's the difference?
I would like to add on to that, man. Like, you say things like it doesn't pertain to me.
Before you put the pieces up, who won? They all go in the same box. What I'm telling you.
Let me ask you something to you, K, because the man calls certain men snitches. You think that's a game, K?
If them niggas ain't winning handling, yeah.
How can you handle it if you live in a whole different geographic, brother?
If you live in a whole
if I live on the moon,
you live in a whole different geographic. How you letting this nigga move your emotions? How you worried about when a nigga that don't got no control over your area say anything? You yelling, bro. You sound. No, I'm on my bad. My voice crack and get loud like
okay.
that. That's
Let me say this. Let me say this to you. In no way, form, or fashion are disrespecting you at all. All right. I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. Are you affiliated?
Nope. I'm from 7th Street. I'm from 7th Street, Wack Crips. Yeah.
Okay. Now.
That would be yes, then. That means that you're affiliated. So they started off by saying, as you heard, I don't know if you can hear it, the caption is going that, you know, it's a game. He's playing, that Wack100 is playing a game and succeeding at the game. And how you letting someone who's not even from LA or whatever control your emotions. But dude is about to explain why it's important, because he's saying regardless of whether or not he's from LA or whether he's out here in LA or what have you, what he's saying on the internet can still influence people. So, you're telling him you shouldn't be upset about what Wack100 is saying or whomever else. But in this case, they're talking about Wack100 because he can't affect you. He's way out somewhere. And they just said that he was hiding and you can't get to him. He's in a different geographic and this and that. And dude said, well, it is a game if ain't nobody done nothing to him about it. But see, the thing is, when you start having these sort of conversations on the internet, then, it often leads to something. I want to be careful about. I'm not trying to start anything. I'm just reacting to what they're saying here. But, people say things behind the scenes all the time about whomever and about Wack. But when you start bringing it on the internet and you're members, you're from the culture, and you're saying that enough is enough, then that sometimes gets the ball rolling in certain directions. But let's continue.
Check this out. You know I'm from Carver Park, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, check this out. What if I was to say, and I'm not going to say you. Let's just say it's a dude named Pencil from 7th Street. Pencil's a cool dude. He's a solid homeboy. And now I got a voice, right? And I got all these people listen to me. And I say, yeah, Pencil from 7th Street, he a cold snitch. Now, how many people going to hate on Pencil and going to take that and run with it? And how many people, when Pencil come around the homies, they're like, damn, homeboy calling you a snitch. Homies in the hood that's trying to politic on him now, because you know how this shit go. Don't play naive. You know how this shit go. Especially when you got a reputation, dudes don't like you. They try to take anything to politic on you. So when you call a dude in a whole different geographic that's from a Damu set or a Rip set or Rat, and his homies is listening to you, and his homies that want to politic on him here.
Nigga, fuck the homies at that point. And on my mama, it's fuck the homies at that point. A nigga can't run my
Okay, cool. Okay, you right.
Can I land real quick, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Hey, K Styles, what's up, man? Hey, I done met you in passing before, man. I know you. You look at my shit. You probably seen me before. You G Malone, brother. Yeah. Hey, but look. All I'm saying is this, bro. You were saying entertainment. Yeah, he in the entertainment business, but the nigga's a manager, bro. It's not his job to entertain the people. The nigga is out here. The nigga out here causing more drama than his own artist. Nigga, you couldn't even tell me the last time his artist got music. But you know what he doing. So it ain't that nigga job to even be out here trying to cause all of this bullshit. He ain't no entertainer. He's a manager, bro. He don't rap. He don't act. He don't sing. He don't dance. He don't do nothing.
You telling him, look, it's deeper than that. Look, I'm trying to tell you though, like how you say he a manager, right? He is a manager in the entertainment business. Whatever you feeling that he not supposed to be doing that he doing is working, bro. Right now it's a whole fucking room. There's probably 5 other rooms talking about Wack while Wack doing Wack.
Yeah, that's cool, but when you make statements like that, has nothing to do.
Somebody's supposed to grab something and do something about it. Or leave it alone.
Screaming. Can you please lower your voice?
He keep hiding.
How
can you do something to somebody that's hiding?
Hey, K-Style. One thing for sure, 2 things for certain, that bitch ass nigga know who to hide from, too. You know what I'm saying? That nigga ain't just accessible like that.
You know what I've always said since day one, my nigga. I'm not taking up for Wack. But sometimes people get too carried away. Right now, this is strengthening Wack. So if everybody has all these things, what I say, we gotta stop talking about it then. Leave it alone, like bag up off of the conversation because it's just making it bigger and bigger. Look,
hey,
yo, we playing song right now.
Let me ask you something. Wait a minute,
Styles is a real Crip, so he know what we're saying. Styles really a local.
Hey, Styles. Check this out, bro. So this ain't even for us, bro. Like what we gotta see, my nigga, is that it's a whole nother generation, and most of the people who listening to all this shit on YouTube, they don't know nothing about what you just called out and where it's at and what that mean. They don't know nothing about what it really mean when he say on Pyru and all of those different things, bro. They just fascinated. Like when I was a kid, I'm from the South, homie, right? When I was a kid and I was growing up, I really thought Eazy-E and Dr. Dre would come to my mama house and blow that motherfucker down if I said something wrong about them. Because that's what this entertainment does. So now when we understand that, and we understand that it's actually documented out there that all of these corporations got involved in hip hop culture at a certain point. And we saw how everything changed to where every time this particular region got hot, everybody started wearing the clothes that these artists from this place wearing. And people start saying the slang terminology that people from here say. I was in Atlanta when No Limit and all them got popular, and it was dudes in Atlanta went from saying shawty to warty. You see? So the whole deal, bro, is that this ain't even about us, the men and women that's on this platform that's intelligent enough to think for themselves and realize what's really going on. It's about, for us, saving the youth and putting the right message out for the next generation that's impressionable, and they're not at the point where they have the intelligence level to be able to make the decisions. They don't have the real world experiences that you got to where you can see that this is game. You see what I mean? So that's the part of it that we really got to be mindful of, homie, and we really got to be thinking about that part of it more than just what's going on with us as men and women. I agree with that.
To do with you. It all has everything. I want to say this, man. It all has everything to do with you and all of us. Our mutual understandings create order. Order is how we become more efficient and can achieve things together. When you have those creating an adverse effect to order, it creates confusion. And confusion is a byproduct of ignorance. Ignorance has something to do with all of us. If someone breaks in my neighbor house, that could be my home. If we're allowed to just run and snatch children up and there's no law against that and it's something normal, then what protects your daughter when she's not in front of you? We have to come up with a consensus on how we move and how we treat each other and handle each other so that we can all escalate.
And I feel like it has to be some type of resistance toward the image that he portrayed and all the destruction that he's promoting. Because if we have someone who's claiming they from this culture and nobody from this culture is checking him, then basically you just got motherfuckers just getting away with anything that this culture wouldn't even allow. Like, let's not, act like a lot of the shit that he's promoting and doing isn't in violation of his culture. So there's no way we can just overlook all these violations and just say, oh, we're in our feelings emotionally and all that other shit. Like, bro, this is a culture. Like, this ain't supposed to be exploited, nor is it supposed to be played with. And he playing with some shit that shouldn't even be on the internet.
Because for real, man, you don't see nobody else, man. Nobody on these platforms. And I look at a lot of these platforms because I work 11 at night to 7 in the morning. So I'm sitting up all night bored because I'm in the office by myself. But on all these platforms, you don't see nobody, man, literally saying that dude is a snitch. That is the lowest thing you could say about a man next to being a pedophile and a rapist, man. He called dude pedophiles and he called them snitches with nothing to back it up. I'm saying like this to you, K-Styles. If you was in that industry real tough on me and you trying to make it and you getting the buzz and then a person start tearing your name down, fans listen to that stuff, man. When you start messing with people's pockets because of a dislike.
All right. Boom. Right there. Pause. Please give me that pause. You just said it right there. Hey, I'm gonna tell you the same shit that y'all saying, right? Hey, like I'm not in tune with Wack like that.
Yeah, who says pause, Bo? What grown man says pause? Pause. No, don't pause, man. Don't pause me, dog. Chase. At any rate, let me know what you all think so far in the comments. I mean, they're having the discussion as we hear, and they're saying that Wack's words influence individuals, that some individuals, of course, have the wherewithal to think for themselves and to say, and you will hear it in the comments all of the time, oh, Wack is the feds or Wack is full of it, whatever. But there are some people that they're saying, are going to be impressed by what Wack100 is saying. That, we all know that he's just doing content and it's a game, if you will, and he's making his money or what have you. But other people do not know that. And the dude explained how he was impressionable growing up, thinking, with these hip hop stars or whatever, that they had the ability to come to his home and do something to him. And so his point being that kids that are his age right now will have this same thought process as it relates to some of the stuff that Wack100 is putting out or whatever. They will believe this. And, I get that. I get what he's saying for sure. So he's just saying that we have to combat that. We have to put stuff out, to combat that. And that some of the stuff that Wack is putting out is hurting people who are trying to get in the industry or trying to make a name for themselves or whatever, that his words have power, for those who cannot speak or think for themselves for whatever reason at this point. I'm just breaking down what these individuals here appear to be saying. Let's continue, because clearly they have a lot to say and they're having an open conversation about it. And some are saying, oh, don't let it bother you. But, as we hear, some others are saying that he's going too far and enough is enough.
Bro, I don't want nobody to think I constantly let it be known I don't have a side. It's just when you listen to enough of this shit, you just said it right there. Wack come from the streets for real, bro. He found him a lane to play this game the way he see it to work. You can get mad at it all you want, but the more people give these rooms and give these platforms to discuss his actions, he gonna know how to have a cool conversation tomorrow where people gonna like him. That don't cater to nothing bad that nobody's saying. And then when it's time to perform again and get people riled up and talk again, he can do that again. Why? Because he strategically found ways to stay cracking, to stay relevant. Now, you just said when you stop and you play with somebody's money, Right now, cuz, everybody trying to gather up and figure a way to play with that man money. And right now, he worked hard to make it be a whole lot, whether people like the way it's going down or not. Just know, if a nigga a real nigga, when that part come into play, this shit gonna play out way different. Ain't gonna be a bunch of conversations. You playing with my name, calling me a snitch to stop my money? Nigga, fuck these internets and all that. Here I come. Here I come. That part. Here I come. If the homies let a nigga on a whole nother coast talk on the internet and make them approach me, hey, fuck you niggas too. Y'all forgot who I am? Who is this nigga?
I respect all that
I
energy.
respect that.
But I'm just saying at the same time, you can't say, well,
And yeah, that's what I've been saying, you know, from day one, that individuals need to understand and need to know how to separate the content from real life, from the street, bro. Because everything is not content. Everything is not content. And you'll hear people say that on their videos even. It's just content. Everything is content. No, everything is not content, bro. You think it is. Y'all think this shit is a game. Man, it is not. That's it. I'm not about to get riled up. People say I be getting too riled up. I'm too invested. I'm too involved. It's not my fight, bro. I'm not about to get riled up about it. I'm just trying to have a peaceful conversation without emotion, devoid of emotion. A logical, intelligent conversation is my aspiration, and an impersonal one, because I don't necessarily have a dog in a fight, but at the same time I do, because I am indeed deeply involved in this culture. I'm I mean, yeah, I'm a part of this culture. So I have to weigh in. And I understand exactly what they're saying. And dude just said, he made it clear, man, you put a snitch jacket on me. He said stopping my money, but it's not, it's not about stopping the money. I guess that's one thing. And that's at the forefront of his mind. But my thought process would be that you putting a jacket on me or trying to put a jacket on me that could cost me my life, cost me my reputation. Now, again, I know people would not believe this for the most part if you're intelligent enough to think for yourself. But some people may, and that's their point. Some people who cannot think for themselves, who don't know any better, for whatever reason. We can go into why they may not be able to think for themselves at this juncture. Whatever the reason, they do not have the agency to make their own decisions. And they listen to this stuff, and then they say, oh, damn, big fella's a snitch? Oh, man, we thought you was. Or it's just the fact that you could be. Even though it's just a rumor or whatever, it's like, I've always said, because I've seen it time and time again in this culture that I am steeply involved in. People put a snitch jacket on someone, and it turned out, I've seen this multiple times throughout my life, it turned out the individual was not snitching. He was able to prove that he wasn't snitching, that this individual had an ulterior motive to put this jacket on him, that he never snitched. And do you know that in every one of those situations, there were still people that believed that that individual had snitched, even though he proved that he did not. The masses of the people, 90% of them said, oh, okay, damn, he didn't snitch. Just doing a straight lie on him. Look, he got the paperwork, bro. He didn't snitch. It's been proven. Dude never proved that he snitched. He just put a rumor out on him. Dude has the paperwork proving that he didn't snitch. He has black and white. This dude never produced any black and white. He just put this rumor out on him. Even though you need the black and white, you need paperwork. But people, that's the whole point. That's my whole point. People will still believe the rumor. Even when you prove your innocence, there'll still be some whispers behind your back. Still be some people who are not sure about dealing with you, messing with you like that, who still lost just a little bit for you, just because your name was involved in that you had to come out and prove that you wasn't snitching and all this stuff. Why your name even in that? People want to know. And people who didn't like you anyway, now that you just gave them a reason to really, nah, man, this dude ain't no good. Bro, he wasn't snitching. It's been proved this dude lied. It's a fact that he didn't snitch. Nah, man, nah. I don't know, bro. Nah. It's still there. My point being that stain is still there. Years later, that stain on your name is still there. You done proved your innocence and all that, but it's still some people, same thing like a murder case or whatever. I've seen that multiple times where you you're found not guilty like OJ. You're found not guilty in the court of law, but some people still gonna believe that you did it. You got away with murder. Some people they're gonna take that to their grave, that you did it. So that's the danger, as far as I'm concerned, on putting this snitch jacket on someone, is that this person is gonna have to live with that. Even if you full of shit, even if it's a lie, even if it was proven that it was a lie, even if people know that you can't be trusted with this sort of information, if people believe that you have a history of putting jackets out on people and paperwork out on people and lying on people, you've been proven to be lying on people, you've been caught in lies, all sort of stuff, still, it's going to still be some people, right? Even if it's just a few, once you put that on this individual, that you just going to take that and run with it. Period. Thus, putting this individual's life in danger, his career in danger, his reputation in danger. And that's not anything to be played with. So when the man says, I'm coming for you, put a snitch jacket on me on the internet, the hell with this YouTube stuff. You got it twisted, this internet and all that. I'm coming. Playing with my pockets. Oh, again, my thought process, it's not going to be my pockets. Bro, you putting something on me, and I know it's not true, first of all. Everyone else is going to know it's not true. You can't prove this stuff because it never happened. Just all of a sudden I snitch. It never happened. You can't legitimately prove this. It's impossible because it didn't happen. So you putting out something that you can't prove on me. You can't prove it because it didn't happen. I know this didn't happen. Ever. In my lifetime have I snitched. So if you put this out on me, you're putting out a lie and something that you cannot prove. And, someone asked me in the comments recently, well, what happens if someone puts a snitch jacket on someone and it turns out to be a lie? Or they put a snitch jacket on someone, well, that person loses his life. That's how it works where I come from. You put a jacket on someone that can cost them their life, and it turns out not to be true, you lose your life. The hell? What are you talking about? It's simple math. 1 and 1 is 2. She. That's what happens. So, my gripe with that would not, again, necessarily be money. Oh man, this dude playing with my money. People on my channel gonna unsubscribe and think I'm a snitch. I done lost the allure. I ain't man. No, damn YouTube. He did 30 years in prison. This is serious. This is a serious jacket. I ain't worried about no money. I ain't worried about YouTube. I done built my whole life, my whole career, and then stayed down. And some weirdo gonna come who really ain't about this life and think he just gonna put a fake jacket on me and get away with it? Man, you dudes crazy. This, bro, as I said, you gotta separate YouTube and content from real life. I'm telling you, I already made it clear. Don't play with me like this. I know what I get content and all that, but man, I'm not playing this. I'm not playing this game with nobody. But let's take a breath. It's not about me. I'm just explaining. I'm just covering this. Easy, big fella. I'm saying this whole subject, it does, of course, because I'm involved in this culture. So all of these conversations that are being had, yes, I'm a part of these conversations, bro. You know, like what should be put out on YouTube and what's not, stuff that's being put out on the internet. I'm on the internet. I'm on YouTube. What is it, 50-50 yard? Are you still good? Is it PC? This, that, and the other. Every yard is 50-50 now. This nonsense these dudes hooping and hollering in that interview. I got to clear this stuff up. No, it's not. The hell?
We don't I can say this. I can say this because I really grew up in these streets for real, bro. Only type of people that really fall back and start trying to pile up over a nigga that really ain't affecting each person is a bunch of niggas that don't like the way it's going down and can't control it. So that's like how the Bloods was formed for real, if you really want to know. Because the community revolution and progress ended up being something totally different than what it was presented as. And they said we needed a way to come together and stop these dudes because they supposed to be doing this and they punking us. That's now like what's going on with
I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna
one mic.
Hey, dog. Go ahead. I knew you was gonna give me for this. I knew you was gonna give me for that one. Go ahead.
Look. Where you at, K Styles? You still here?
Yeah, I'm right here. I knew Monte was coming for me for that one.
Well, I'm not coming for you. I'm Brian D. What I'm just saying to you, it's not that, homie. What I'm saying to you again, I'm gonna say this to you again, and you one thing about this platform, and you said it with respect, and I'm saying this with respect to you. We agree to disagree, and we welcome opinions that are not of the whole of this panel. So that's accepted what you said. So don't ever think it's not. If you ever come up on this platform, you can speak your mind within reason. But what I'm telling you, now I'm not suggesting, I'm telling you, I'm from the culture, homie. I'm from Crawford Park. I am one of the ones in my youth from there. So with that being said, what I'm saying is not a matter of I don't like certain things. It's a matter of constantly tearing down dudes, man, that's trying to make it. Enough is enough. It's a matter of him keep capitalizing off of keyways. Okay? And then when you want to tear down Damoos, you back.
Keyways are Crips. For those who don't know, I got people watching from Alaska and everywhere else. So for those who don't know, Keyways are Crips, Damoos are Bloods. So he said that he's tearing down Keyways, constantly tearing down Keyways, referring to Wack100. Just to clarify what we're hearing here. And Keyways being Crips. So he's saying Wack100 is tearing down Crips, constantly tearing down Crips.
Back up off of Damoos on the West Coast, where you can't be touched in the circles you in, bruh. This is all I'm just saying, man. Enough is enough of tearing our people down. Enough, man. I don't care how you get your money. I'm not pocket counting. I don't care about nobody bread, homie. And my business partners will tell you what I say about bread. Bread don't mean a goddamn thing to me, homie. You know, I mean, I'm a capitalist, don't get it twisted, but I don't, it's not my God. All I'm just saying, man, if I didn't know you, and he was saying something about K-Styles, and you was an up-and-coming young dude doing what you doing, I'm gonna come in defense of you, because why are you constantly tearing down people that look like us? See, it's a gang of Europeans out there that you can tear down and capitalize off of. But it's just every day you finding a brother to tear down, man. Enough is enough, man. That's all I'm saying.
To you, bro.
Yeah.
Damn,
Hey,
man.
some of y'all got it wrong in your perspective, man. Not everybody is gangbangers in that life. You feel me? I'm a street nigga, but I can put myself in other people's shoes, right? This dude is a dangerous little man, bro, with money, bro. He's creating narratives that blur the line between snitching and civilians. You ever been on it? I've been on the stage and seen him verbally fucking assault regular people, bro, upcoming artists, to where he's actively putting money into blackballing these motherfuckers, man. So it's not just gangbanging and street politics, man. This dude is dangerous, bro. And like I think Stat said, we got to do shit to actively combat this line that he's pushing. It got to stop, bro.
All right, let Monte.
That's all I'm saying.
Let Monte have him there. Come on, Monte. I love you, bro. Come on. Well, first and foremost, when Bloods was started, it wasn't because they was getting pumped. You got to remember them LA Brim niggas. We had Melvin Former in here. The Brim boys been around before the Crips and the Blood. In fact, they're clicking up with the Parus and the other sets to formulate the Blood.
I don't know. The individual said that it's dangerous and that it needs to stop. Enough is enough. Enough is enough, and this and that. As I said, the influence really it works both ways, right? The one individual was saying earlier that for those individuals who are unable to think for themselves and will then listen to this stuff on the internet and take it to heart, it works with what they're saying as well right now, right? The people who are listening to this will also be influenced by what they're saying and say, well, yeah, that's right, man. This dude is tripping. This dude is starting a lot of stuff. This dude is just downing black people. And they take that and run with it, and that's why they're saying that we have to combat this. We got to get on here and just like he's trying to influence individuals, or he can influence individuals with his rhetoric on the internet. We have to then get on the internet and combat this stuff. At least can't just let it sit out there, And again, all of this conversation, I believe, from my understanding, is over the fact that the paperwork was put out on OG Gangster from Santana Block, OG Baby Gangster from Santana Block by Wack100 and 600 or what have you. This is the paperwork that they were showing earlier here on the video and this and that. And so some of these individuals, as you hear from Compton, Boy said he was from Carver Park, that's Compton, Carver Park, Compton Crip. Of course, Baby Gangster is from Compton Crip, who the paperwork was put out on. So some of these individuals, I believe, are from Watch Crip. And so all, again, allies of OG Baby Gangster. And clearly, at least a few of them, one of them seemed to be, I don't know, I don't want to call him a Wack sympathizer, but sort of siding with Wack, or at least understands where he's coming from, or he's just saying, man, it's just content. There's nothing you can do about it. He's in another geographic, and I can't tell him how to get his money. Whatever he's doing is working. And then the other dudes chiming in like, nah, we don't want to hear that. It's not content. That's what we're telling you, bro. You talking putting snitch jackets out on people and all this. You tearing down nothing but black people. That's not just content. If you put a snitch jacket out on me, I'm coming. That's what the one individual had said. The hell with YouTube, and again, I've been said that, that certain content, dudes got to be careful. Feel me? That's it. You got to be careful, man. You putting out certain content on people. Everybody ain't playing. The hell with this internet. The hell with YouTube. Somebody gonna come for real. Man, that's it. So when you start having these conversations openly, like they're having right now, I don't know. Again, this sort of sets the ball in motion. At least some individuals gonna say, well, these dudes doing a whole lot of talking. If you got a problem with it, handle it. How come you ain't been handling it if you're saying that he's violating the culture, the things that he's doing is going against the culture, etc. You're saying you are the culture, you are a part of the culture. And he's putting out this paperwork on your OG homie. And You all are saying that it's fake, false paperwork. The allegations are fake. And these allegations can get this man, his reputation sullied at bare minimum, ultimately losing his life over these sort of allegations. And if it's that serious, why is the conversation carrying on the internet?
Was a reaction to a change in how the program was going. When them Crips came for show, they was tearing shit up. They was doing their shit. You know what I'm saying? But that resistance been there for 51 years.
Lamonte,
Remember that?
I be bullshitting with that. Me and my niggas argue and play with that all day, but not on no real shit, bro.
You both are kind of right. The Brims case step. The Brims case step. Oh, go ahead. The Brims was way before it, right? Well, so the Crips was a reaction to the Brims, and the Pyru and the Bloods was a reaction to the Crips. So it was a snowball effect. Both of you are right in regards to what you're saying, but but where does it all end at? How do we continue in this day and time and get better? Are we going to remain ill for the rest of our lives? No, definitely not. But one thing for sure, that dude that you shot 25, 30, 40 years ago, Melly Mel, ain't going to try to hear that you the hood postman. And they going to be like, that's Melly from Santana. Hey, can I chime in for a minute? But that don't mean we don't represent ourselves. Let me finish real quick. I'm just gonna land. That don't give us no excuse not to represent ourselves as adult men, black men at this time, and prioritize what means the most to us in our life. So I land. Well, check this out, man. I'm the ball game. I'm from San Diego, California. I'm an original 5'9" gram blood, 1975 circa. And the thing is, the power of forgiveness is really powerful, man. I just heard you say that a brother that you took off on 25 years, might want that fade 25 or 30 years later. Well, I had a couple of incidents where, I kind of got the same mentality as Bridie. Here in San Diego, I was that blood. We started this shit, the first Bloods in San Diego. And it was once upon a time where I was savage with it, didn't give a damn, not even about my own self. I didn't give a damn about nothing. And shame on me. Y'all put up baby gangster?
I'm trying.
And like I said, shame on me.
Go on ball game.
All right, right on. So anyway, like I said, man, shame on me for that. I wanna piggyback off something that Brydog said earlier. Brydog said that he don't speak for the whole West Coast. Well, you know what, Brydog? Yes, you do, big homie. You did what I'm saying, because not only because of your genuineness, you get what I'm saying, but your heart, you over the years, from what I know about you, your heart has become pure and pure for our people, man. You dig what I'm saying? So your voice is powerful, homie. So you do speak for the whole West Coast, Damus and Crips alike. You dig what I'm saying? And that's just my respect going out to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I'm still gonna stand on. I'm just speaking to individual.
Well, I'm just saying. Yeah. And then K Styles, I just want to
say, who are you from San Diego, California, to tell him he speak for the whole West Coast? Who is this guy again? Dude, some of them getting on my nerve over here. Knock it off. It is true. I mean, hey, you got a problem. There's a lot of talking going on here, but it's cool. The conversation needs to be had. Because they're just saying they're just trying to combat some of the stuff that's being put out. And so one of the individuals there, Melly Mel, is from Santana Block, OG Baby Gangsters Hood. So again, these are Compton and Watts members that are, and a dude from San Diego, that are sitting here having this discussion. As it relates to Wack100, it's been a long discussion and a lot of different opinions, but a lot of them are on the same page. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's almost over.
that, brother. You dig what I'm saying? You know, I kind of feel where you're coming from. You know, sometimes the way you shut down a clown show is by not engaging in it. But in this particular situation, we have to engage it. We not only do we have to engage it, we have to confront it heads up. Because see, as far as I'm concerned, I think Wack is a buster. You know what I mean? And for me, it ain't about no blood and Crip shit because I done, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not affiliated with none of that crap anymore. You dig what I'm saying? Some of my best friends is Keyways. One of them is on this platform, Melly Mel. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just not with that, man. We have to find a way to come together as brothers and stop tearing each other down. And we cannot defend, you understand what I'm saying, this brother's actions and his shenanigans when he constantly does it on a regular basis. Like somebody said on the stage a little bit earlier, that he continues to tear down other brothers and sisters, but would he do that to some Caucasian, you know, that he's doing business with? You dig what I'm saying? My thing is, everybody on this stage, I got love for, whether I know you or not, man. And one thing I would not do, I would not tear down another brother's name and not tear down his family and cause that ripple effect. You understand what I'm saying? For my own selfish reasons, my brother. I would not do that. That's, excuse to the sisters in the room, excuse my French, that's bitch shit. And where I come from, motherfuckers get their head blown off for that type of shit.
I called him on that today when he was disrespecting a female, and they kicked me off the stage.
That's all he gonna do. He just kick niggas off the stage. That's what Wack do. But he justified Adam. Hey, bro, do you know he justified Adam 22, all them tweets and all that shit? He still fuck with that nigga after all that pedophilia shit came out.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, Bob.
What up, Bob?
Can't stop. What's up with it, boy?
What's up with it, loved one?
Hey, I'm right here with a West Coast legend right here with my nigga Corrupt, dog.
Tell him when he gonna send me them vocals back.
Hey, Gotti.
That dog, y'all beat that dog up. Come here, Papa.
Hey, man. Hold up.
Okay, I be making my damn videos too long. It's 42 minutes, man. Dudes be making 12 and 13-minute videos. That way they can make a lot of video. I mean, make my shit be too long, man. All right, there you have it. Let me know what you think in the comments. There was a lot said there. Those are some individuals, again, from Watson, Compton, as we heard, San Diego, what have you. Apparently some Crips saying that Wack is in keyway business, which again is Crip business, that enough is enough, that he is not attacking Europeans, Adam 22, whomever else, only attacking brothers, putting out falsehoods and false paperwork, and detrimental to the culture. He's in violation of the culture. The conversation then is now being had about what's going to be done about it. Apparently, what we just heard. And for now, they're saying we just have to combat his narrative or whatever. But again, once you start even having this conversation openly, saying that something needs to be done and all that, then things begin to heat up. That's just what it is. Because again, how many people are going to hear this conversation and say, yeah, man, something doesn't, I mean, you know, this is just how it starts, bro. And then it gets to a point where individuals start telling them, well, okay, y'all done made 3 videos about it now. Stop talking about it. What's up? So let's just hope that this all ends well for everyone. We don't want any of these brothers getting into it, anyone losing their life or any of that. We don't want violence to become of anyone as it relates to our community. There's a way for us all to come together and be successful and not tear one another down and help one another. Of course, you know, we've never had this sort of mindset. I'm about to have a whole nother conversation. But that's what needs to happen. Not the violence is easy. But at the same time, I understand people, you know, needing to stand up for themselves or feeling like they have to stand up for themselves and not want their name in some, because like I said, I can't tell anyone how to feel about something like that. Because I know how I would feel. Somebody send me a video, say, man, this dude say you snitching, bro. You put this out on the internet talking about you a snitch. All bets are off. All bets are off in that moment, bro. That's it. I'm not even finna get into it. All bets are off. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Stay safe and stay free, people.